So you want to start a YouTube channel? Me too. The title isn't clickbait. I said, how to start a YouTube channel from somebody who's actually done it. And this is me asking, as somebody who's already done it, how to start a YouTube channel. Because even though I had a YouTube channel with a couple thousand subscribers, it was kind of just like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was being myself fully. I just felt like I was doing that content creation chasing thing where I was like, oh, I need to do what's trendy, or I need to get views, or how can I grow my audience? Before, I used to just do music, and every now and then I would occasionally do a vlog. It was almost like I tried to copy other people's structure because I saw that it was working for them. But that is exhausting, and you develop imposter syndrome when you do that for long enough. So now I'm just gonna create things because I can. And obviously I think there's a couple things I've picked up along the way. For example, if you wouldn't click on that thumbnail, then don't post the video. Also, shorter titles are better because it forces you to think of how to deliver the context of the video in as few words as possible. So obviously, good title, good thumbnail. But then honestly, like, this video is an open question. When I say how to start a YouTube channel from somebody who's actually done it, I mean it. I'm also asking the question to you. If you guys have tips or tricks, let me know, because even though I'm not new to this, I feel like I kind of am in a way. So if you know how to start a YouTube channel, let me know in the comments below. There's also the content side of things, like coming up with actual ideas. That's what this video was just me trying to think of something. I'm downloading Fortnite right now, and it takes like 9 hours. So I thought, like, what should I do? I could edit a video that I already have in my video editor, but I didn't want to do that, and I didn't just want to relax, and I didn't want to be on my phone, so I decided, I'll just make something. But I didn't want to make music necessarily, so I guess I'm making a video. This video is about how to do YouTube successfully. What I did pick up from my last channel is that I really loved reading comments and like replying to them and like having a sense of familiarity. I used to start like group chats with a lot of my subscribers, and we would like talk and send memes and do things like that. And we would just relate over the things that we liked. And I like when I can open the comment section and be like, oh, there's that person, and oh, I remember them. Or like, oh, I've never seen them before. And then like they kind of integrate into the social circle, I suppose. That's one thing I really valued about my last channel, and I hope I can cultivate some of that here. If this is your first time seeing me, please say hi. I think from now on, I'm just gonna like do things that I'm curious about, and not necessarily things that have been methodically proven to work or be successful. Before, with my last channel, I would always just do music in a very structured way. That way I'm like, well, this gets views and people like this, but like that was true. But like at the end of the day, I started to just not like it because the whole process was exhausting. And even though it did get me views and subscribers, I don't know, it just didn't feel worth it. I felt like I had to fit into this image that I had built for myself that people had come to expect. Like I was a very family-friendly YouTuber who was like so happy-go-lucky. That's tiring to try to uphold that image. So with this channel, I'm gonna experiment. I don't know what to call this kind of video, but that's the beauty of it, is I don't know what this is, but I just know that it feels more right. It feels more easeful in my body. I don't feel like I'm performing right now. I feel like I'm just able to speak and not worry about how people perceive that. Honestly, I think making videos is kind of therapeutic for me because I just get to be myself. I'm putting the you back in YouTube, and I can be quirky or weird or awkward, except it's not awkward. I'm just free. I'm not performing. I'm not trying to achieve anything necessarily here besides practicing creating. And creating doesn't have to be, you have to do this. I think that's been my biggest block when I get into creative blocks, is I'm always like, well, what should I do? And until I come up with an answer for that, I never do the thing or anything. I don't even try to do a thing until I know what it is I'm trying to do. And I think that's just not a recipe for creativity. I think that's a recipe for roadblocks and getting stuck. Because if you only did things when you knew what to do, you'd never do anything, because you hardly ever know what to do. You just kind of figure it out. And I think that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just kind of like figuring it out. Like, for example, I started this video on a totally different note, and I don't know if I'll include this or if I'll cut it or if I'll keep it for context or what this video is turning into. I just decided I would turn the camera on and shoot. I don't have really any specific idea for what this should look like by the time it's done. This is just my way of getting into the practice of being on camera so that I can make content. Because I like making content, it's fun, and I love editing, which is cool because I always thought that I would hate editing. Like, oh, it's gonna take forever, it's gonna be so tedious, but it's like equally as fun, if not more fun, than actually filming. That's just me. If you relate to that, let me know, but if you don't relate, that's fine also. I live by the ocean, by the way, fun fact about me. So if you hear seagulls in the backgrounds of my videos, that's why. My window's open right now and my laundry is hanging out there, blowing in the wind. Every time I see Tyler, the creator, I get really like put at ease and inspired, because I can get so caught up in my own ways and my own like race and rushing to try to, oh, I need to create content, I need to do things, I need to... And this is, and it's gonna be good, that I never do it. And then, like, he said something that I saw on, like, an interview. It was like, if you have an idea that you want to make, just do it. Because in a year or two, you might not feel it anymore. You might not be that person. So just get it out there. And I fuck with that heavy. I feel this way a lot about my ideas. Like, for example, this shirt that I'm wearing right now. I really like it. It says... feeling fine. It's pink. Don't know if you can tell. It looks kind of white in the video. But maybe in a couple years from now, or maybe even a couple months, I won't like this style. But right now, I do like it. And I feel like it expresses a part of who I am right now. I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but the main reason I make videos, and I will repeat this 100 times probably, is to like create time capsules so that I can see that memory of my life, or that chapter of my life, and I can look back on it. Because I just think that's super fun and cool. I don't have nearly as many pictures from my childhood as I wish I did. So maybe when I'm 30, I'll be really glad that I got my 20s on camera. And then another reason that I just recently discovered behind why I make content, I think now, part of my why, like the reason I create content now, is because I like atmospheres. I like creating atmospheres, and I like sharing atmospheres. I realized this when I was editing and when I was live streaming on TikTok, that I just love like curating a vibe and resting in it. And when other people are there too, like when I'm live streaming, it's like we get to share in an atmosphere that I've created, and it just feels so cozy. And for videos like this, I know that there's no one else in the room with me and I'm talking by myself to a camera, but I can already feel the atmosphere that I'm gonna get when I'm watching this back in the future. Because I'm gonna put background music that you're probably hearing right now. I'm gonna like color grade it. I'm gonna curate it so that it feels like a specific vibe. I like this vibe. This is my vibe. And hopefully some of you guys resonate with it too, or you like it. But either way, I think I finally found what I like doing, and that is diverse, and it fluctuates. It's not concrete. It will change all the time. And that's what I like about it. I don't have to have a thing. I can just be many different things. Or it could be the same thing for 2 years. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to do what I want. I'm allowed to be curious and explore that. And that's why I'm making these videos. And also, the point of being a content creator is to create content. It's not to create a banger or a viral video or to pop off. It's just to create the content. It doesn't matter if nobody watches it. What matters, I heard this phrase in 2019 when I first started my first channel, and it said, "We are what we repeatedly do." And I agree, except I would never repeatedly create content. I would create it in bursts. I'd get random bursts of creativity and motivation, and then I'd release the video. But it would only come every now and then. I used to draw a lot, I would do the same thing with that. And the same thing with music. I'd wait until inspiration strikes and then I would go. And sometimes that's when the good stuff comes, but you can still make other stuff in the meantime that could be good. Maybe it's not your best work, maybe you don't think so, but I think the more you work, the better you get. Duh. When I started filming this, I didn't feel inspired. I didn't feel motivated or like I had a good video idea. If you do feel like you have a good video idea, write it down and make it. But also, sometimes you just gotta improvise. Oh, there was another phrase I really liked. It was like, create like a child and edit like a scientist. And I love this quote. You can do whatever you want on the creation. It's recess. Go to the playground. Go on the monkey bars, jump on the slide or whatever. Maybe wear shoes if there's wood chips. But you edit like you're in an analytics lab and you're like tick, 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 tick. And that way you don't have to worry about being perfect when you're supposed to be flowing. You can worry about being perfect when you're getting technical and precise. And I love that. That quote has really freed me inside to like create from a more free place within me. Anyway, one last thing. People always told me you need to provide value. And this was like my biggest struggle, like throughout my entire creation journey on my last channel. Because I was like, I don't know if I'm providing value. And I don't know if people will like this. And even if I like it, what if it's not providing value? And then it just clicked for me the other night. My definition of value just kind of changed and it kind of expanded as well. Because I realized maybe there is value in creating an atmosphere. Maybe there's value in showing up. Maybe people are inspired by it. Maybe there's value in practicing and being consistent, even if you don't see the value in it. That in itself could be valuable. And so that's what I'm doing here. Who knows, maybe this video will get 2 views and nobody will watch it. Maybe it'll get 2 million views. I would say if you can be precise, and that's what editing is for, you can cover a broad topic of things that you want to talk about, and then you can kind of chop it together and make the value more linear and cohesive. I think there is value in just showing up. The people who agree with me will value that, and then you'll like this video and you'll watch it. For the people who don't agree and don't think that there's value in that, they won't like the video. And I think it's all about diving deeper into being yourself, being as much yourself as you can be. And the more you do that, the more effortless it's going to be because you believe in what you're doing, or at least you're curious about it. And the people who are like you, because there are lots of people like you, whether you are around them or not, they're out there. And the people who are like you will naturally gravitate towards that, especially with today's super fantastic, smart, intelligent algorithms. Your content, my content, will find my viewers, you. Or if you're a creator, it'll find your viewers. Or maybe we're both creators and maybe we'll connect. That's my 2 cents on how to start a YouTube channel. And it's also my open question. If you have any advice on how to start a YouTube channel, or maybe you're an artist on Instagram, or you post TikToks, what works for you? Genuinely, like I want artist to artist or creator to creator insights, because there's so much AI out in the world right now that I would really appreciate like advice or tips from people who are trying to do the same thing. So if you've made it this far and you've watched, please comment below and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your tips, your advice, or just feel free to introduce yourself and say hi. Please subscribe and like the video and comment and do all those good things if you want to support me, or if you just enjoyed your time here. Maybe you're eating and you needed a YouTube video to watch. Maybe you're like on the bus. Don't know. That's all. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you later this week. Bye.